Hey, what's up, guys? It's XTI, and this is going to be a Pharaoh Druid PvP guide. I'm playing my Pharaoh Druid a lot more than my Rogue right now, and I want to show you guys how to do everything. And I'm going to be going over talents, glyphs, reforging, and all this other stuff like that. So let's go over talents. Wild Charge, definitely over everything else for Feral. There's Displacer Beast, which 30-second cooldown, it just blinks you. Feline Swiftness, just increase your movement speed. Then for level 30 talents, there's Renewal, Ysera's Grift, and Cenarian Ward. I go with Renewal because I pack it with Might of Ursoc and it's full health. But I'll show you guys in a second. Level 45, there's Fairy Swarm, grants improved version of Fairy Fire that also reduces target movement speed. Mass Entanglement and Typhoon. I use Typhoon because it pushes people pretty far back and it slows them, which is nice. And it's usable all shapeshift forms, so I can do it if I'm trying to peel or whatever else without having to switch. Level 4 is Incarnation and Force of Nature. Now, for Feral, you want Incarnation just because you can spam Ravage along with your Berserk, wherever mine is. There it goes. You can spam it with Berserk, so everything's 50% reduced cost, so you can just keep spamming it, spamming it, and it's really nice. It does a little damage. It's level 75, Disorienting Roar, Ursul's Vortex, and Mighty Bash. I use Mighty Bash instead of Disorienting Roar, just because it's a long stun. Disorienting Roar just disorients you for 3 seconds. So, it really depends on you. Level 90, Heart of the Wild, Dream of Cenarius, and Nature's Vigil. I was running Heart of the Wild for a very long time because I felt that the extra stamina, agility, and intellect was really good, and because when you pop, you can get some good heals. But I like Nature's Vigil just because it's on way shorter cooldown, and the more damage I do, the more healing it does for everybody. So I can constantly pop it, and if I do heal, it damage people and stuff like that. So I like it because it's a shorter burst, so I can have 2 bursts. So it would be like Incarnation and Berserk. Then it would be Nature's Vigil and my Trinket, where I can put them all in one, but then I'll still have those both up in 2 minutes. So that's why I go Nature's Vigil. In Glyphs, you want Glyph of Bark Skin. It reduces reduce the critical strike chance of 25% while it's active, so 25% chance less to get critted on, which is always nice dealing with warriors and other such. But it doesn't work on automatic crits though. So don't try to pop it when a frost DK is hitting you because it won't stop the crit. It will still automatically crit you. Glyph of Savagery. Savage Roar now can be used with 0 common points, resulting in a 12-second duration. I like this just because you don't have to spend common points getting this up. Savage Roar, you want at all times to give you 40% more physical damage, and your bleeds count as physical damage. So it just goes crazy. Like, you can go stealth, Savage Roar, and then you can start your rotation on someone by leaping on them. If you don't have that up, all your damage, all your bleeds are just going to be unnecessarily lower. Now I have Glyph of Shred. While Berserk or Tiger Fury is active, Shred no longer has a positional requirement. I like this because Shred hits way harder than Mangle, and so you don't have to worry about always being behind them, especially if they're focusing you because you'll never get behind them. So you can just keep shredding them in the front and do still a lot of damage, which is really good. I like it a lot. Now let's go over Reforging. Reforging, you want crit and mastery. Mastery over crit just because mastery makes your bleed stronger. Right now I'm at 63%, but I'm not like enchanter or anything like that. I'm not even like gemmed all the way. But what you want is make sure your hit cap is 3%. Mine is 2.98. It's close enough. Make sure your hit chance is 3%. Make sure your expertise is 3%. 6% if you don't want to get dodged. I mean parried by like whatever, by warriors. Because there's a dodge chance and then there's a parry chance for warriors and TKs and stuff, and it's really annoying. So I just decided to get a high expertise cap so I don't get parried or dodged, and of course my hit chance. Now for gems, for red you just want agility. For yellow you want agility and mastery. For purple, I don't have it, but you need the agility and PvP power. Those are what you're going to be mainly getting, and of course the agility critical strike chance, whatever it was, for the meta gem. Now, let's go over rotation. Rotation for a Pharaoh Druid is fairly simple. You're letting your bleeds do all the damage, and you're just keeping it up and using any like extra energy on doing damage. Because most of the time you will be popping cooldowns, you will be doing this, you'll be doing that to the point where your energy can get back up. Now, for regular rotation, if they can't see you, you use Savage Roar, wait for the energy to come back. You have 10 seconds. leap on them, shred them, put your bleeds up. And then what I usually do is Tiger's Fury, so you can get the buff, double buff from both of those. So it's 55% more damage, pit up Savage Roar, and then that's when you can just do whatever. So I can snare him real quick, put my bleed back on him. So you come out with a really, really good burst. All your bleeds are maximum damage unless you wanted to burst from the beginning. And now you can just step back. So let's see how hard. Step back and watch the bleeds tick off. Now, of course, the damage here is going to be most likely higher than it would be in PvP because of resilience and stuff like that. But my bleeds do tick that hard depending on how much PvP power and the resilience other people have. The only class I really don't find that I'm hitting this hard on is really warriors and like DKs. But every other class, like, you can go in and constantly blow up people. Now, a lot of people don't know how to play Druid, so a couple tips and tricks of Druids is that you can get out of any roots or slows by shapeshifting. So you want to have that macroed. I have mine macroed over here, shift 4. So I can just constantly shapeshift every cooldown. So every time I Mage Freeze you, bow. Switch back, bow. Switch back, bow. Switch back. And then you just keep going in and out and in and out and in and out. They only have like 4 of them. So you can just keep switching and switching and switching until you break all of them. And then you're good. Another thing is, Stampeding Roar removes all roots and slows, and Dash removes roots and snares. So you got a lot of different ways to get out of things and to get away. Now, for burst healing, if you want to burst heal, because I hear that, I can't even fly, fuck. Oh, I hear that Druids, people are saying Druids are extremely squishy, and I highly beg to differ. I'm going to jump off this cliff right here. Alright, see my health? And then switch back to cat. Full health. Because that's how it works. You get Might of Urzok, which switches you a bear, which automatically gives you more health. So then, when you're in the bear stance, you have more health to be healed with your renewal. So when you do that, you just switch to bear form and heal up, and then switch back to cat, you're full health. You can do that from like 10% health. I got away barely just by switching, doing that little combo, and then healing up to full. It is a great technique, and that is specifically why I get renewal over the Centenarian Ward and Ysera's Gift. Just because it's so much burst healing. Another thing you can't forget when you're going into arenas is do symbiosis. Depending on who you do it on, you can get lucky and get something good, or you can get something crap. Always keep Fairy Fire on your target. If you wanna fight someone, especially even if they're not using like mail, even if they don't have a lot of armor, the fact that you're reducing their armor even more makes it where your bleeds can hit harder, and you can hit harder, and you can like eat someone like dead. So it's really good. Ferals are extremely good. I'm gonna have a lot of BGs and other gameplays I'm gonna be showing you guys soon. Be sure to check it out. I'm XTI, and I'm out.